truly have it all? It's an ongoing debate, but for one mommy mogul who's juggling both a fast-growing family and career, the answer is a resounding yes. Rosie Pope is a wife, mother, maternity fashion designer, entrepreneur, and most famously, the star of the hit Bravo show, Pregnant in Heels. So let's start off with your schedule. You wake up in the morning, what happens first thing?
I wake up at 5 because my middle son wakes up at 5. I really like to have the quality time in the morning with the kids. By 6:30, everybody's up. At 8 a.m., my nanny arrives. So either I'll be going to the office, so today I'm picking out styles for our spring collection. Whatever's going on, then I try and get home between 4 and 5 because it's really important for me to do dinner and bath.
You do the dinner?
I do the dinner and bath
goodness.
and stories. Then there's bath, then there's stories, then there's bedtime, and then I go back to work. Normally my husband will come home around 7 and he runs the business with me till around midnight. And then at 2 a.m., Vivian wakes up to eat again.
And you're still alive. How do you do that?
Coffee.
I really like your no-nonsense attitude. I mean, you have to have some strict rules in place. Just like kids like to be scheduled, Rosie needs to be scheduled.
Rosie really does need to be scheduled. And I also am obsessive about putting reminders into my BlackBerry because when I'm with my kids, I really want to be with them. I put into the BlackBerry any crazy thought I'm having so I can just schedule it for another time. I schedule everything.
Hey, whatever works for you. Coffee, BlackBerry.
What else could you possibly need?
I know, right? Between spending quality time with her family, relaunching her website, and opening a new clothing store in Santa Monica, there's not a lot of room in Rosie's life for surprises or excuses.
Hello, this is Rosie.
Don't make excuses, especially when it comes to your children. I love this tip because sometimes mommies have guilt.
A lot of
And
guilt.
kids sense that.
Yeah, so it's really important for me just to make my work positive to them. So I never apologize for having to go out to work. I never make it seem like a bad thing. I'm always like, you know, mommy's gonna miss you, but it's really great that I'm going to work because work is really interesting and one day you're gonna go too.
Rosie's money mantras, much like her thoughts on scheduling, are somewhat strict. When it comes to saving, she says set small, attainable goals to keep you motivated and on track, similar to dieting. As for spending, she says it's okay to be indulgent, but only once in a while.
We end up buying lots and lots of tiny little things that aren't very expensive but add up to a huge amount and we don't actually use them. So maybe it's a lip gloss here, it's a mascara here. What I think is better is to think of that one thing that you truly want and save for it and buy it. Because if you look at all those thousands of dollars, you could have bought a beautiful dress. You could have bought maybe one Chanel jacket.
Absolutely, yeah, you have it forever and it doesn't get stuck in the back of the closet.
Right.
And for other moms who aspire to make more money and possibly start a business of their own, Rosie says forget any fantasies about getting rich quick.
It doesn't happen overnight. You know, when I started this business, my husband would work on Wall Street during the day and then work with me at night. And I was at school when I first started it too. So you don't sort of give up everything and launch into it. You make sure that you have security in another way.
Right, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
And while there's more than one way to define having it all, in Rosie's world, it comes down to a no-nonsense approach that allows her personal and professional lives to sync. What do you think? Connect with us on Twitter @Farnoosh and use the hashtag FinFit. For Yahoo Shine, I'm Farnoosh Tarabi.